Hey guys, can you see me? So let's get started. So Friday, AMA, a lot of fun, a lot of difficult questions, accusations, swearing. Everybody has been waiting for it. All 20 people that are here. Okay, so let's get started. And this week was pretty good, actually. So it was good. It was a good week, I guess, because we published the white paper of the upcoming L2. And I'm really excited about this approach, and the development is ongoing, underway, and it's coming. You can swap your XTN into L2MP token, which is going to be like the mining power token of the network. This is a very elegant approach, I think, because it is basically based on waves. L1, yes, all the miners on waves will benefit from this new L2, and it's not going to be one L2 actually. At the beginning, it's just going to be one, of course, EVM L2. But later, I think a lot of other L2s will emerge, and they will all be interconnected through waves. And Waves holders, Waves miners, Waves community will benefit from all those L2s because they can be launched with their own tokens. But in any case, you get that token. If you're like a Waves miner, you earn the token because you support those L2s. I think we have come up with a great idea to basically combine all those incentives, old incentives with the new incentives. At the same time, we are resolving the situation with XTM, which is also good. Because basically the beneficiaries of this new L2 will be XTN holders, people who are stuck in Virus, and Waves miners. So there's no like sale, and no other tokens will be sold. Maybe some like venture funds. I'm not sure about that, of course, guys. But like the idea is to do that without any kind of like external funding, based on what we have, without any additional liquidity or investment or whatever. And the beneficiaries are basically you. So people who are stuck in Virus should be like made whole through this. People who have XTN can basically make their XTN turn into a token that probably has a like better upside potential. Yeah, so I think it's good. And if you have any technical questions, I'm not sure that they're very appropriate in this chat, in this group, but if you do, I will be glad to reply. So what's coming next? Development. I think we will come up with some incentives, like not incentives, but more like utility for L2MP, because people just can hold it now, and it's not enough, and stake it. Staking interest is high, and I want to say it again that there is a very high staking interest, and it will remain high until the whales are converting. Some of them are actually, but I think it's not like started yet. And there's going to be more of them. So if you want to enjoy this high APY, high staking APY, please exit your Virus positions or convert your XTN, or you can also buy L2MP at WX and stake it, for example. And there's going to be more incentives for those trading pairs on WX for L2MP. There is like one pool now, and there's going to be more pools, and I think there's going to be also APY in those pools. So L2MP should exist for that period when it is needed. It should exist as like a reasonable token. And as you know, it's not the final token, it's some kind of like intermediary token, because with that token, you will be able to gain mining power and obtain the L2 token. It's a little bit complicated, but this setup is actually so complicated to combine different incentives and allow external people, various people to exit. And actually, it is meant to benefit Waves miners. So it's pretty hard to combine all those things. And I think this is the simplest setup that does that. Yes, so what's next? Next week, we're gonna do the first settlement in Waves DAO, and it's pretty important because this is the first settlement in Power Protocol. This is gonna be some kind of like, maybe not like, how to say, any kind of like exemplary settlement, because Waves DAO was launched under pretty interesting circumstances. Most of its treasury was donated in XTN, so it's basically a donation. And as you know, Power token stakers, participants of Waves DAO can be slashed. So if it's not successful, their tokens are burned. But it's not going to happen this time because basically it's pretty hard to estimate whether it was successful or not. I think it was successful because we were able to achieve our goals of funding the projects on Waves. And that's why we think that the DAO is success, and there's going to be some kind of like reward transaction to Power stakers next week. And a bit later, also LP token holders, basically Waves miners who send Waves inflation to Waves per block to Waves DAO will be able to redeem the tokens. It will happen a bit later because not all the tokens are in the treasury, unfortunately. Some teams were not able to launch the token during those like months, but it's coming. So I think that we will come up with some other rewards for the miners. It is doable, and I have a couple ideas how to basically reward the miners for their assistance, their support right now, basically, because they will be able to cash out LP tokens as well. But now we can do something for them too. It's going to be like connected to L2MP, so it's not finalized, but it's coming. So next week, Power holders will receive the reward, and miners will receive a reward as well. What else? Let me check my notes. I have notes, guys. Can you imagine? Wait, yeah. What else happened this week? Yeah, we had some VC announcement with Turkish VCs. There is, wait. Yeah, sorry, yeah. There is a fund, Bogazici Ventures, that we have been talking to, and we have some partnership with them in Turkey. They're going to be promoting Waves technologies, open chain, enterprise, everything. And they're launching a company in Turkey to do that. And I think something should come out of this. They have a lot of projects because this is a venture fund focusing mostly on gaming projects. They have a lot of projects that they can bring to Waves. If we, for example, do a launchpad with them, I think they will come up with several projects pretty big for the Turkish market, and maybe for the global market as well. And I'm really happy because we have been pretty well known in Turkey for years, since like maybe 2017. And now we have some kind of a foothold there. We have like an official partner, official ecosystem partner, and it's awesome. And the guys are very nice, actually. And yeah, I think we can do some things together. As for other VCs, it's not going so fast. it's pretty hard now. Yeah, so I'm looking into different options, and as I said, maybe a bit earlier, it should be a little bit more systemic. So basically, we are trying to make it more like streamlined, to have some process for VCs outreach, and we have some people who are working on it now. And I think the results will be there because there is several projects launching on Wave soon. And it would be good to maybe have some attention from VCs as well. So I think pretty soon what we will have in terms of launches. Actually, there's a liquidity aggregator will launch with a token. You should check it out. It's working. It's like a leveraged yield farming. And they're gonna launch a token soon. I think this token sale will be centered around XTM. It would be a nice way to increase the utility, and I think we should add more utility to XTM because people are just selling it at the moment. But I think it will exist, guys. It won't go away because the goal is to burn the excessive supply. The goal is not to burn everything, but the goal is to burn the excessive XTM supply. And as soon as it's burned, it will function as an index token as it's supposed to. So it will have utility. So I think we should grow that utility already now. And launchpads that use XTM is a great thing to do. So I think actually launch will be with XTM. Let's see how it goes. Also, I promised maybe a couple months ago actually to launch a bot that will trade XTM against Bitcoin, Ethereum, basically buying those like major cryptos in anticipation of a bull run that might happen. You never know, of course, but it might happen. So I found a team that will do this actually, and they're testing this, and I think it will be launched soon. If it's successful, it will be like offered to the community to participate. What else? Okay, I think it's enough. Maybe you will ask me some questions, and I will come up with some more information. At the end of this, I will do this pixel thing, actually, that I promised you to complete, but didn't. So let's get on with the questions. Ask me anything. Anything goes. And as you know, this is like the only chat in crypto where anything goes. Yes. Okay. Okay. So guys, ask me questions. Galka. So at start there will be only one L2. Yes. Basically, we will launch this EVM L2, but anybody else will be able to launch their own like immediately. Like you can do that. You will be able to do that actually, because you can just clone it because there is this chain contract which lives on L1, and anybody can clone it basically. But you need to give some incentives for miners to participate to support your network. This is the idea here. And all those L2s will be connected through L1 waves, and anybody can launch it. How are Waves DAO going? Yes. I just maybe didn't hear. I gave some kind of a speech like 5 minutes ago. So the first settlement comes next week. Power stakers, Waves, DAO decision makers will receive the reward. This is going to be reward because I explained most of the treasury was donated. And I think this first settlement is going to be some kind of like a trial settlement, not like a proper one, but it was like launched in under like pretty interesting circumstances. So this is not going to be any kind of like flashing or like proper power protocol settlement. This is going to be some kind of reward transaction that will reward the participants. And LP tokens for the miners comes next. So because the thing is, not all the projects were able to deposit their tokens. into the treasury. So it's gonna take them some more time, unfortunately. So, but we have what we have, so we couldn't like speed it up. But the miners will be rewarded as well. So this like their reward will be like some kind of like broken into like two parts. Yeah. So first part comes next week, and then they will be able to cash out LP tokens. Yeah. I can repeat, guys, no problem. I'm repeating myself like 10 times each day, so I'm used to it. Do you recommend? Yeah, a bit later. So it's because all the tokens should be there. And let's start with power stakers rewards first. And LP tokens will come next. Can we talk WX? Mr. Lebowski is asking, can we look at making the exchange more like Uniswap? What do you mean? So basically, there is the same functionality as you have on Uniswap. There is like liquidity pools where you can do the same thing that you do on Uniswap, like on-chain swaps. But they're like pretty uniquely combined with order books, if you noticed. Nobody has this. So you have Uniswap on WX actually. Just check swap tab there. It's like Uniswap, exactly. And at the same time, you have order books. So it's some kind of combination of both. Why the buyer to extend and swap L2MP doesn't affect the price? So probably if we didn't do L2MP, the price would be even worse. So, because people who received XTN in the DAO are selling. It's not a secret. What can they do? They can sell to like pay salaries. But I think it's almost over now. And some people are trying to dump, maybe to like liquidate some positions on Puzzle, like my positions. that affects as well. But I think it's almost over, guys. So because most people who received XTN from the DAO have sold it. And I think that this will be reflected in the price soon. So we have to be a little patient. This is my opinion, actually. Because it's a matter of time. You understand that supply goes down. It's like demonstrably. Yeah, you can see that on blockchain. On the blockchain, the supply is going down, and there is like buy pressure from the bot. And maybe we have to create more incentives. One of the incentives was L2MP. It worked because a lot of XTN was swapped, but it's not enough. More has to be swapped. So there is no like mechanism that issues new XTN, and there's a lot of mechanisms that burn XTN. So I think the end result is pretty clear. We have to be patient. That's it. Wave scare coming soon. Yeah, I'm trying to help people who have problems with waves as much as I can. But if I'm not helping, it means that I can't. I'm not able to, guys. Like physically, I don't have anything to send you. Like I'm doing what I can. And please, I can see the guy who posted in the morning. Please don't do that. It doesn't look good, man. It looks awful. Like you can DM me as much as you want that I'm replying to all the DMs. Basically, it takes me time. It takes some time because I have a lot of DMs, like really a lot. But I reply, and if you do the thing you do, it doesn't look good. Just don't do it. XFleet token launch will be at SwapFi. I think yes, and maybe Vladimir is not here, but I think also on Puzzle at the same time. Like double launch. What type of projects VCs will launch? If you mean Turkish VCs, we are discussing gaming with them because they're like mostly a gaming fund. They came from gaming actually. They were like developing games before. Yeah. Do you have any news about the Waves DAX turtles? You should ask Bram, I think. I'm not like following too closely. So I do something with within the DAC ecosystem, obviously, as you know, with Pete project. But it's independent because it uses egg. Yeah, but this is the only connection. It uses egg and it uses the imagery, like the ducks. But I think they should develop on their own. You should ask them. So this is my like conscious decision. So I will probably just let them be. And Bram, I think Bram is doing pretty well. And I'm trying to help him, but indirectly through Pete, because Pete market is with egg, basically. Yes. And people, in order to buy Pete, have to buy egg, right? So I think I'm helping them indirectly. Ducks will be replaced soon. With what? No, ducks are forever, like diamonds. Ducks will replace you, you know. What are the next projects that are launching? So as you know, Keeper probably will need a little bit more time to basically make their product more like, how to say, marketable. Yeah, because they need some. We have ideas. It's not that I'm trying to just like come up with something on the fly. No, there is some ideas in the Keeper project. They have to be executed because it's pretty hard to create some kind of like unique proposition there, you know, because it's like, because for example, MetaMask doesn't have a token yet. They could probably, but it's not so obvious how you launch. So there is some ideas, and they need some time to implement, and they will launch a bit later. Pepe team is doing an active VC outreach currently, and I think Pepe will launch soon as well. I think Exley comes first because they are ready. What else? Several other projects, pretty interesting. There is some AI project. There is a gaming initiative. So I think we will have more action soon. What do you do to stay optimistic and positive about Waze? I'm not really like, I'm just working, so I'm not like trying to convince myself that everything is fine. I'm taking things at face value, and it's okay. What are the new ideas about miners? Pepe launched at Ethereum. What do you mean? New miners ideas. Yes, I think miners should benefit more from L2MP, and I have an idea how to implement this. Like soon, not like in several months when the L2 launches, but now. Anything for NSBT? I think NSBT is going to do fine because actually there is arbitrage now between the price on the contract and on the market. And NSBT is needed to swap. I think NSBT is going to do fine. Pepe launched at S. What do you mean? Are there any effects of the ongoing war on your projects? Yeah, the effect is immense, man. Like, it's a very interesting question. Like, we like it's I won't even go into those things, because I left Russia where I spent 20 years. We moved like a lot of people, almost everybody out of Russia, and basically everything changed after the war started. Meme token. Okay, I think they just wanted to, maybe cash in on meme coin hype on Ethereum. I'm not following it too closely, to be honest. As you understand, and I will say it again, Waves is decentralized. People do what they want. So ask them. I have nothing to do with it. Probably they understand that on Waves there is not so many people and there is no trust to Waves. It's very ironic because there has to be zero trust in blockchain. But okay, and that's why they want to do something on Ethereum. Let them. Why not? After all, we are launching L2 EVM. So I'm banned and blocked in their social groups. Okay. Yeah, but you can ask somewhere because in some group that you're together in. I'm trying to develop Waves. I wouldn't do anything on Ethereum. It's like myself, because it's impossible for me to do anything somewhere else but Waves. So with L2, we can use the same wallets. Yeah, I think yes. So it will be integrated in WX as well. Sure. And I think there's going to be a separate wallet too, MetaMask. You will use MetaMask basically, right? Binance announced on Tuesday that it is the first cryptocurrency exchange company with a full license in El Salvador. Yeah, maybe. El Salvador is pretty well known for their Bitcoin initiative, and it's a good place for exchanges, I think. So they're focusing on Bitcoin. A lot of people are betting on Bitcoin, and their bet might actually work out in some way, I guess. I don't think it's going to be good, but I think Bitcoin might have a future. But it depends on a lot of factors. So we discussed this at the beginning. Some people are expecting a bull run, but there is a lot of obstacles, I think. But it might happen. Yeah. A lot of things should fall in place for this. But I'm not waiting for it, and I'm not even excited about it. It's not going to be good, guys. It's not going to be good. This is going to be not about a better world, It will be about something else. But El Salvador is pretty interesting. It's a very interesting country. I have heard a lot about El Salvador from some people who were there. It's pretty interesting, actually. But they are very Bitcoin focused. They don't care for any altcoins. As for Binance, maybe I'm not in position to discuss their future. Who am I? But I think they will exist, and they will be active in more or less what was called before third world, BRICS countries. This is their future, because in the US probably they won't exist, Europe either, but they have a huge market with Russia, Africa, Latin America. So this is going into that direction. What type of marketing preparing the Waves team at Marketing DAO? Yeah, so I have an idea to promote Power Protocol after the first settlement. And I will come up with this proposal to basically send some power tokens to Wave's marketing DAO for promotion. And people who donate to the treasury of the DAO will get those power tokens. I explained how it works. Basically, it's like a decentralized marketing agency. Some people fund the operations, and the marketing team reaches out to companies that need marketing. They pay the team in tokens, and people who donated to the treasury, and also people who staked their power tokens in the DAO and make the decisions, they get a share of those payments, basically in tokens. That's how it works. It's pretty simple. Probably people didn't really understand the idea yet because the treasury is not funded yet, but I will come up with this proposal which will outline what we want to do in more detail, exactly what we want to do with this. So they will see how it works, basically, because Power Protocol is going to pay Wave's marketing DAO for promotion. It's going to be very transparent. So, and I hope that after that, people will understand and the DAO will be launched. And I really want to make a big campaign around Power Protocol after the first settlement, meaning next week. Any news about WX? Yeah, a lot of, they didn't apply for Wave's DAO because there is not enough funds in it, unfortunately. It's a big headache for me so, to find the payment for them every 2 weeks. But as I can see, I'm successful up to date. And so next week, I think on WX, there's going to be this proposal executed with unlock of WX, because people complain that it is locked for 4 years, and now it is not. So basically, you will be able to unlock it. And what else? Some new staking products, LP staking, like decentralized, not the one that we had before, which was like interchain and basically almost killed us, as you know. It's going to be very transparent, basically like Y-earn based on smart contracts, where it's just some kind of a wrapper above WX pools, because a lot of people don't understand how it works. It's pretty hard to wrap your head around it, because you need to deposit 2 tokens, you need to do some boosting, it's complicated. And basically it can be wrapped into a smart contract that does it all under the hood, and you just get your yield. And this is what was actually developed there, but not launched, and it will be launching soon. And I think I can say to you, basically, maybe it's too early, but we need to increase the volume. Unfortunately, not a lot of people are in Waves now, and it's a problem to attract more people. So I think we will have to do derivative markets and futures on WX, because technically it's pretty easy and can attract a lot of volume and a lot of fees. And we need fees basically to buy back WXG tokens, as you know. And I would focus on that after the things that I mentioned now are launched. Unlock and LP staking. There will be some ambassador program. I think it should become a part of marketing DAO for now, because maybe we could launch a separate DAO, but we are having issues with launching the marketing DAO. Maybe once it's launched, we can think about launching a separate one for the ambassadors, but it can also be a part of the marketing DAO too. So we need to decide. Your feedback is very welcome. Yeah, Pete is here. Cheap WX coming. Not sure, man. Not sure. There's going to be a lot of incentives for WX tokens soon. Some nonprofit DAO, yeah. So we can launch a nonprofit DAO, like a separate one. Galka, you can do that, but I'm not sure about the funding. As you can see by marketing DAO, it's like very hard now to get some funds into the treasury. So if someone is ready, like, please do it. You don't have to ask me. You can just go to power.tech and launch this thing. It requires 1 or 5 power tokens. I forgot, 5 probably. That's it. When Galka DAO, yeah, I think it's like long overdue. You have to launch it. People agree that I'm an idiot. Okay, guys, I'm not like trying to argue here. If you want to come to El Salvador, let me know. Are you there? Wow, interesting. Can XTN both start buying BTC before? Yeah, I think it will happen in a couple of years, man, because they're taking their sweet time with this, until they have bought up all BTC in existence. I don't think they will allow those ETFs to exist, Only when they have like 20K Bitcoin, they will issue some permit for them. And when will Waves coin get its price again? Man, it's very hard to say. Like, we are focused on development. Sasha is not an idiot. Oh, come on, man, I'm an idiot. All DAO is for profit for now. So even for DAO, for profit DAOs are not very like successful in attracting liquidity, So if you launch something explicitly non-profit, I don't think it's gonna work now. So when ETH WXG and BTC WXG will be rebought? They're being rebought on like daily basis, but slowly. This is the problem. So we need more fees to increase this. And I'm just thinking real hard how to do that, because we need some make some money, to do that. There's no other way. And as I said, I think the next step for WX is futures market, which could be quite profitable if done properly. I think we will be able to do that properly because what we have on WX is really easy to be tweaked to work with derivatives. And it won't require too much time. I just came. Okay. No. I won't go into that direction. It's a fast chat, but I'm trying to be civil. Maybe some kids are here, How to place orders for rebuy? Just place it on the exchange. What's the problem? Yeah, Mr. Lebowski's post in my bio. Okay, yeah. Nothing too exciting there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, actually, as for NSBT, somebody asked. Check this proposal, guys. Yeah. I think it's pretty good for It's pretty good for increasing the swap volumes and the yield for NSBT. So if you want to get more money from an SBT, vote for it. Very simple. If you want an SBT price to go up, you can do that. It's a very clear incentive, basically, because the swaps are pretty low now because the price is low for XTN, and the limits for the swaps in Neutrino protocol were established when USDN was $1, but now it's like 5 cents or even less. And in dollar value, those swaps are pretty small, so probably they should be increased. And if they're increased, NSBT stakers get a percentage. So the more people swap, the more NSBT people get, and probably the more demand for NSBT there is. So if you want more money from NSBT, or if you want its price to increase, you can just vote for the proposal that I posted now. How to place the order? You should use waves.exchange, not wx.network, because you can do that there as well, but it's a little bit not so easy to find. So you should use waves.exchange. When can we take our waves out of Virus V1? Yeah, good question. Yeah, so I just can't get around to it, you know. Good question. Yeah. So yeah, this is the next thing we should do on Virus. Yeah. So let's focus on this as next, because I think there is some kind of vesting is needed there, so we have to implement it there. Yes, old waves.exchange domain is operational, and it will be operational like forever until all those WXGs are bought back. You can basically against waves, I guess, against waves, trade against waves. Okay, so pixel game. Pixel game. Yep. Wow, very funny, man. Yeah. Okay. No, I don't know. I never used the pen in my life. I can't even read, you know. Yeah. I can write with a pen, with a closed pen, you know, like Chuck Norris. Yeah, there is a guy behind me that was like, you know, retouched with a gun to my head. You know, it was redacted, you know, so like the guy, you know, they made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Yeah. They gave me, yeah. No, I won't go into that direction because it's like, it's a family-oriented chat, despite its FUD nature. You know, so. Okay, so pixel game, guys. People don't want to participate. Not so many new, yeah. Okay. It's yeah, okay. So there is some issue because no, I can. Yeah, I will do that now right now. As I promised you, because if I don't do it now, I won't do it at all. So let me do it now. And I will have to leave you because I have a call in 5 minutes. Give me some more questions. What type of call? Nature call, you know. Yeah, sex call. I'm like, you know, I'm working, you know, and like, what's it called? I forgot. Like when girls talk on the phone to some morons. I don't think it exists anymore because you have webcams now. But before it was a big business. Bye, Pedro. Yeah, it was a pleasure to see you here, as always. Thanks for keeping the community updated. Yeah, thank you, guys. Okay, so I will just shut off for now, I guess, and I will send it now. Guaranteed, I promise. When will use the unpack again? I can't tell you, man. You know, so I can tell you. I can tell you what we are doing to do that, but I can't tell you when. You know what we are doing. We are like buying it back with the help of the miners. They were so like kind to support our proposal to buy back XTN with a part of their mining rewards. This is what we do. Also, we swap XTN into a new token of the new network that we are launching. Also, we are trying to create more incentives for XTN so that people could do something with it that would increase the demand for it. So we are trying different things, and I can tell you when they will bear fruit. But they should, you know, so, but I can't tell you the exact date. And nobody can, and it's not only us, you know, so tell me when, I don't know, when, you know, the war will be over or something like that. You won't tell me because it's volatile. There's a lot of factors. Surf, guys, surf. I would keep surf functionality the same because I haven't seen any better proposals, but we can have another round of discussions for it. It's okay. Peg it back. Well, yeah. Great sticker set, but not very family friendly. But it is actually. It is quite. If you don't know what's going on there, it looks like just some female faces with different expressions. Pixel game, yeah. I will do the call, guys, and I will send. I swear. Okay, so yeah, so it was a pleasure as always. We have some good news this week, some issues as always too. I'm very excited to publish the white paper. Next week is very exciting because of the first settlement, and it's going to be very, like, how to say, nice settlement because there's going to be rewards, no like punishments. Some things for the miners are on the way, and power protocol promotion. Thank you very much, guys. I have a call in 1 minute, and I want to be on that call. Ride on waves. Have a nice, productive week. I love you all the fathers, all the haters. I love you too. Fadon. See you next week.